When Finley comes out of her crate or any threshold, her job is to wait for your permission. We start with a wait at the crate, using our body to block her, and then say all done when it's time to come out. When you're ready to go for a walk, grab the leash and walk over to the spot where you'd like her to sit and have her sit. Then put her collar over her head, and then you can get going. Different thresholds throughout your house are an opportunity to have Finley sit as you're headed out the door for your walk. I use my baby gate to have her sit and be invited through again to bring her energy level down a little bit before our walk. And then, as always, before we go out the front door, she sits again to be invited out. If she gets up, don't get frustrated. Just be matter of fact, calm and patient, and call her when you're ready. Body language is very important on your walks. You want to stand tall, have arms loose and relaxed, and look up and around. Give Finley short little tugs on the leash to get her paying attention, and try to keep that leash loose. Start your walks with walking circles. With the leg that's closest to Finley, you want to guide her in the direction that you want to go, instead of Finley dictating the direction that she wants to go. This keeps her paying attention to you on the walks and teaches her to respect your space by moving for you. Practice frequent sits throughout your walk. Say Finley, get her attention, and then give the command. You want to make sure that you have her attention first so that she's looking to you instead of saying the command while you're walking and then you have to ask for her attention later. Frequent sits throughout your walk keep Finley paying attention to you and build her self-control. If you pivot in front of her, it makes your body like a stop sign, and that means stay. So here's an example as we walk through our leash drills. Finley sit, pivot in front means stay. If she gets up, just put her right back where you want her to be, and don't get frustrated. If a distraction comes, that's okay, just keep moving. You want to make sure that if there's something that bothers Finley on your walk, just keep moving and pretend it doesn't matter. She's going to look to you for your direction throughout the walk, so it's important just to keep moving so she has a confident leader to guide her. Practice lots of commands back to back to give Finley exercise. You can do sit, stay, come, sit, like I'm doing, and then keep moving, so you want to mix it up and keep her guessing. Also notice how the leash is always loose and I give her some quick tugs. And remember to give her affection and attention throughout the walk too, so you don't want to ignore her the whole time, but do reward good behavior so she knows what she's doing. Here we are practicing changing directions to improve on her recall and off-leash dependability. As she gets better at this and more reliable, you can work with a longer leash to create a bigger distance while you still have the safety of her being on leash. What a good girl. When Finley doesn't obey the first time you give the command, give her a second to follow through, and if she doesn't, either give a tug on the leash, step forward towards her, or you can push on her butt to make sure it happens. You want to make sure that every command you give, she actually follows through on, so she doesn't learn that those commands are optional. Good job, Finley. When it's time to go inside, remember again to do your sit at the door, always. Finley, sit. And again, another sit. And if she tries to get up, that's okay. Just put her right back in that spot where you asked her to be. So she learns that nothing happens until she's following through, being calm, and offering polite behavior. Sometimes you have to take your time, but that's okay because what we're doing is showing Finley that we're going to stay consistent. When it's time to eat, ask Finley to sit for her dinner. When she sits, put the bowl down, and if she jumps the gun, pick that bowl right up and put it back down. You may do a dance at the very beginning when she figures it out with you, but stay consistent and then say all done when it's time to dig in. When you're playing in the yard outside, fetch is a great game to play with Finley. On some days she's friskier than others, and sometimes she'll bark at you for the toy. So it's important, if she starts barking at you, to stand tall and ignore her. Don't offer any eye contact until she's quiet again, and then throw the toy. The reason we do this is because we don't want Finley to learn that if she barks at you, you throw the toy. So make sure she's quiet and then throw. And if she doesn't stop barking at you, then pick the toy up and go inside and try again later when she's not barking at you. Sometimes Finley runs circles around you when she picks up the toy, and that's okay. We do want her to get her zoomies and her energy out while she's playing fetch and for it to still be fun. So don't get too caught up in that she should immediately come right back to you and drop it. Let her have some fun and do her thing, and then when she's ready, she can come back and drop it. She's really good at this game. When you're finished with play, always remember to do that sit to come in again as many times as you can. Sit at the gate. Good girl. And then sit never gets old. Ask for a sit again before going into the house. Finley likes to jump the gun and see if you're really going to make her do it. So always remember, just stay patient, stand tall, and use your legs to block her. Call her in when you're ready. Finley can also do her sit at the door with friends, and here she is with Teddy, holding a sit and then calling inside. Here's some more footage of Finley playing fetch in the yard with me so you can see how she does it. Good girl. Finley. Yay, what a good girl. Thank you. Sit. Get it. Yay, good girl, Finley. Finley. Good girl. Yes. Come on. Finley. Get it. Go get it. Where's that at? Good girl. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Yes. Come on, Finley. Get it. Oh, good girl. Get it. Yes. Yes. Today we're playing fetch with Miss Finley. So some important things to remember: if she's barking at me, I'm just going to stand tall and not throw the toy. But now that we're in a good groove with playing fetch and bringing it back and drop it, she's getting enough exercise to where that barking starts to go away. So watch. Look at it. Get it, Finley. Oh, good girl. Drop it. Yes, ma'am. Sit. Good girl. This is also a great way to practice your sit command and recall. So when she comes back, yeah, good girl, it's always a good thing. Drop it. Yes, ma'am. Sit. And when I tell her to sit, I step towards her too, so I'm just kind of claiming my personal space. I claim my space and she's got to back up from it. So I'm not pulling this toy away from her. I'm holding my ground and she needs to move away. Drop it. Good girl. That's so good. Sit. Yes, go. Drop. Good girl. Sit. Good girl. It's important with those commands, say it one time and make it happen. So if she doesn't sit when I ask her to sit, I stand tall, I step forward, and usually she follows through. But if she doesn't do it, play doesn't happen until I get that command. Finley. Sit. Good girl. Yay. Nice. Good job. Sit. She's starting to get a little bit tired. But fetch is a great way to have something to do with your dog that's structured and still fun at the same time, especially if you can't move around a lot. Notice how I'm not chasing after her, she's bringing it back to me and dropping it every time. So it's not so much a game of chase, it's more bring it back to me without reward of throwing it again. She's a good girl. Sit.